All right, let's talk about self-esteem. Okay, you can have a positive self-esteem or you can have a negative self-esteem. And while we all want a positive self-esteem, sometimes that negative one sneaks up on us. So let's think of where self-esteem comes from. A lot of times it comes from our childhood and how we viewed things and how we set ourselves up for things and how others viewed us. So in our lives today, we have the power. We have the option to say, wait a minute, is this thought helping me or is this thought hurting me? Do you ever catch yourself saying you're stupid or you're not good at something or you're not cut out for this? I mean, it's happened to me, right? I've been up on big mountains, and because I didn't grow up in the mountains, when anything goes wrong, I'm like, yep, see, I'm over my head. Like, it's an excuse to stop. And so I need to stop that thought and say, hey, I'm climbing this mountain. Is this gonna help me or is this gonna hurt me? And then I go back to the tiniest little thing that I'm doing right, and I build momentum from that. Okay, so I might say, okay, that was a great step. I know it sounds silly, but on the mountains you can make bad steps. Oh, I'm breathing really well. Oh, look how pretty the environment is. You start focusing on positive things and things that you're doing well, pinpointing what's going on and how you can find the positive in every moment really helps with your self-esteem. Also making sure that you're not taking on tasks that are so far out of your ability that of course you're gonna be terrible at them. The idea is that we should be spending most of our time doing things that we're good at. So just being conscientious of where am I at? What task am I taking on? Is this a task that's gonna build my self-esteem, or is this a task that's gonna challenge my self-esteem? And there's only so many challenging tasks that we can take on any day before any one of us in any circumstance would start going down that negative path. That's being human. Self-esteem is something that we're responsible for. We know how we feel in our internal landscape. We have a lens. Sometimes we're in great moods, and that lens sees everything in pink. Sometimes we're in bad moods, and everything has a hue of gray. That's okay. But what's not okay is when you're in that gray zone to keep pushing yourself harder and further and down that road. Because once you get so far down that path, it's harder to get back to balance, and it's harder to live your best life. So what can you do to build your self-esteem? One, you can keep track of your day and make sure that you're not overbooking challenging activities. Make sure you're balancing your life out with things that you're good at, things that you don't have to think about, and then things that are challenging. Number two, make sure you have a great community. If I'm feeling bad about myself, I have a few friends on speed dial. I can call them, say, hey, you know what, I'm having a rough moment. Can you help me? And they'll remind me of ways that I've been a good friend to them, of things that I'm good at, and that just brings me back to my best self. And everybody deserves to spend as much time in their best self as possible. Your number one cheerleader is you. People are gonna follow your lead and how you treat yourself. So if you are nice and kind and forgiving to yourself, that's what you're teaching other people to do when they're around you as well. So when you catch yourself saying, oh, that was stupid. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Okay, we make mistakes, we're human. So when you notice that, say, oh, that was stupid. I'm not stupid, right? The activity could have been bad, but that doesn't mean you're bad. So be very careful with the language that you're using and make sure that you're assigning it to the situation and not to who you are as a human. So you all know that I'm a huge believer in goal setting. It gives us a North Star to chase and allows us to see progress and our purpose in anything that we're doing. So when you set these big goals, you can see, okay, maybe I'm not in the best position now, but man, a while ago, I couldn't even get above 100 feet without going nerve-wracking. Now I can go to 200 feet. By having goals, we have start points and end points and the points in between that give us an idea that, guess what? We are making progress. And progress is something that you should build your self-esteem on. Okay, so here's a challenge I have for you. You know I love my challenges. I want you to keep record of negative thoughts that show up in your day. Okay, so I have a tendency of calling myself stupid because I'll do stupid things every once in a while. But then at the end of the day, when I write down that word stupid, I also need to write down all the other things that are opposite of stupid. So smart, hardworking, forgiving, trying again. So then next time when my brain hears the word stupid, it automatically associates stupid with other words that are also true. I did a stupid move, but I'm a smart person. I'm a forgiving person. I'm a trustworthy person. I'm a hardworking person. We need to negate the negative with positive. And guess what? Studies show that one negative comment takes 7 positive comments to flush out, because we're wired towards the negative. That's what keeps us safe. So if you do this for a few days, you're gonna know that you have trigger words. You don't get very creative when you're beating yourself up. So when you recognize what these trigger words are, and then you start associating them with other words that are positive about yourself, you're gonna have a step forward into more self-esteem. And when we build our self-esteem, we have more confidence, we have more energy, we have more desire. And so it's really important that we're conscientious of how we're feeling, and then doing the things that we need to put ourselves in the best position to succeed. Because how you feel inwards is what's gonna mirror outwards. And then that's just gonna be a loop that's gonna feed each other. So when you start noticing that self-esteem slipping, that's your cue. That's your inside saying, hey, wait, I need attention. I need something else. I don't know what that something else is, but you do. And this is an invitation to sit with yourself and say, hey, I wanna make a change because I want my life to look different. And that's something that you can give yourself, and that's the power you have of being you. All right, so we're working on our self-esteem. If you can please tell me things that you've done that have helped you with your self-esteem that will help our community, share them in the comments below. And while you're commenting, why don't you comment on something that you pride yourself in being? I'm gonna say that I pride myself in trying again. So those are my thoughts on self-esteem. Hopefully you've learned something today and maybe taken something away that you can apply to your own life. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Sometimes that negative one. Sorry. So see you guys next time. Please like, subscribe, or something else. Please like, okay.